walking with the ghost.
So the Mandalorian, you know, has come and gone. Season one was excellent. Loved everything about it. Most especially, of course, because of Baby Yoda, the child, if you will. And I'm thinking, there's nothing in regards to the Mandalorian to look forward to, not in the near future. But I took it upon myself to order 3 Mandalorian Funkos, and it took from Friday till today, which is Tuesday. So Friday I got the first one, then Sunday I got the second one, and the third one I got today. It was left out in the rain. Thanks, bro. I know you're quick to you're in a hurry to go to work, but you could have put it in, But I understand, no hard feelings. It's a pretty sturdy box, so I don't think it got wet or anything. But that's cool. But anyway, I'm getting ready to open them one by one, and I know what's in them, but I don't know what they look like in person. So let's start. I'm gonna start with this one, the one I got on Friday, and my brother told me tonight. He goes, "Man, it's like, when are you gonna open these? What did you order? What did you order? I'm waiting for you to open them. I'm curious. I'm anxious." And I'm like, "Yeah, just wait, man. Just wait." And it's weird because they said that it was gonna come on like in the starting at the 12th of this month, and then the 17th, and then on the 19th, and it was like a different order too. But then sometimes Amazon does that. They'll pretty much have an opening, I guess. I guess what you call it, is it an opening, or they have a change in their delivery where they probably didn't have to deliver something, so they squeezed your delivery in and made it more sooner than anything. Okay, first one is Quill, who unfortunately met his death on what's that season? Season episode 7, saving the baby. He did a very noble thing, just trying his best. Just running, right? Just on that thing. He was trying to get there as quick as he could. And unfortunately, the scout troopers got to him and took the baby. Oh boy, better not look like you like what I think it looks like. Okay, because it looked like. That's kind of cool. The backing to it is the the Mandalorian symbol. The backing. I want that streak on it. That's cool. I like that. And this is the little guy. I hope it's not. Okay, that's just a stick. Okay, because the thing looked like it was bent. That right there. I think that's how it's supposed to be. I hope so. Anyway, little bobblehead. Nice detail right there. That's Quill. I'll put them back in when I'm done unboxing all these. But it's funny because I remember watching the Empire Strikes Back recently, and a scene where Chewie was trying to get all of C3PO's C3PO's parts back, and then those guys were kind of playing catch with 3PO's head, and then those things look like Quill, and I go, okay, that's what Quill was talking about when he said he worked for the Empire. So one of those guys could have been Quill's uncle or grandfather. Who knows. They look like him. I mean, I could be mistaken, but that's and it does kind of coincide when he says that he worked for the Empire. So okay, this down. Yeah, just put it down. There you go. Okay. Box number 2. Boop. Now, there are people out there that think that Funko Pops are childish. They're toys. Why would a grown man like you be doing with a toy? Like someone said to me when on one of my past videos, someone said that. Like I was because I was complaining about child's play. Why the heck is a kid, teenager, playing with a doll? I mean, you find out later on that it was a pretty advanced. It's an app that controls like a robotic doll or something like that. So that's kind of like okay, I can see, sort of, but it's like I was complaining about that at that first because I didn't because I really wasn't we all didn't really know unless you read up on it, right? And he's all saying that well you're complaining about a doll yet you got dolls behind you, and I go and that's how the manufacturers already describe these. It's like they're like not maybe not these but like and it's perfect. They say these are toys for kids or collectibles for the collectors. You know what I mean? That's what I am. I'm a collector. I was doing I started it late doing Funko Pops, but once I saw my first one, and I was hooked. Like these things are really great. They're very detailed, and yeah, they all look the same pretty much, unless it's like Quill because he Quill, it does look like Quill. But sometimes a lot of times the Funko Pops, they all look the same. It's just that they have the hair of the character or the hat or the mustache or whatever. So sometimes there's no real difference. Like, I'm going to be getting in March because it was a pre-order. I'm going to be getting the baby Yoda child, and it looks just like a regular. Like I saw that one and I looked at that one and the Yoda, and it looks the same. But I'm thinking about getting the real one, like the plush one. No, I'm not going to sleep with it. Don't get those thoughts in your head, there, guys. I don't. You know what I mean. But I'm thinking about getting another shelf, and I'm gonna put all the Mandalorian stuff on there. Because if I'm gonna start a collection, I'm gonna start a Mandalorian collection because I love the episode. I love to see. I love the episode, but this entire series was awesome. And this one is Cara Dune, played by the lovely and gorgeous. Um, there I go again. I always forget her name. It's like Gina Carano. See, you know what I do? Like when I said this in my one of my Mandalorian reviews, I said I always get her mixed up her name with Carla Gugino because Gina Carano, Carla, and then Carla, and then Gina Carano and then Carla Gugino. They just interswitch the first initials. So I get because I like Carla Gugino too. If those of you who remember who she is, because during her time she was one of the it girls, but she's played by Gina Carano, and this right here is kind of an example of like how it doesn't look like the person, but it's the spirit of the person. They capture the person's just the image. They and stuff, and they're in their clothes and they're in their familiar guys in their gown and all that stuff. And this is nice, you know, very detailed, and I love the inclusion of all her weapons. Look at that. See that? Got her knife, her dagger, her blade. She got her blaster. Oops, kind of going off screen there. Look at that. Pretty cool. They even got her. They even got her mole. So at least I look at that and I go, oh, that is Gina Carano. It has the mole, her mole. But yeah, that's cool. So far we got these two who actually are among my favorite characters in the Mandalorian, and that only leaves one, and this one is an amazing character. I loved what he did. Well, I loved the scenes that this person was in, the way they introduced not person, but the way they introduced this character was classic. The only way that you would introduce a character like that in the Star Wars, and that is well, first of all, I like the box. Doolittle. It's coming out in January 17th. I didn't get a chance to do a trailer reaction to the trailer because at that time I was busy focused on some other stuff. Things are going on have been going on off and on in my life, and sometimes I get torn away from them. And then I noticed it came out, but it was like had moved on to something else. But I'm looking forward to the movie. It's coming out January 17th, and that's the same day as Bad Boys. So I'm gonna have to. It's gonna have to take a back seat to Bad Boys first. I'll watch Bad Boys first, and then I'll watch this. Got to do a little, but hey, that's kind of cool. The box and everything, pretty cool. Looks like they make these things easy to open because it's like it's not really tough taping, but I just absolutely loved the season, the first season. We gotta wait till late 2020. Is it late? Is that the one where it's late 2020 that the next season is gonna come out? I believe. And of course, you got people out there complaining. Why can't it come out now? Well, folks, you do know that they had to film, right? You can't just pull it out of their ass and go, "Here's your X season," you know. Because people were saying that about Cobra Kai. People were saying that about the last half of the 10th season of The Walking Dead. Walking Dead is coming around now. It's going to be in a few more weeks, and Walking Dead is here. And then I believe Cobra Kai is going to be released in April. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but they already done principal photography is all done and everything on Cobra Kai. Well, I don't know if it's going to come out that early. I mean, I think it's going to come out this year. I think, and if so, it's already here. You know what I mean? So I mean, it might not be this year, it might be next year, but my thing is that before you know it, these shows come. Like look at Walking Dead. Like I said, it's already around the corner. It's going to be here. And people, because I always like to say, don't just what do you guys do? Just sit around your TV and like this. Where is it? How come it's not here yet? And it's only like the day after the finale. You know what I mean? It's like I always say like people do that too with like channels. Like there's some channels that I follow, YouTube channels, and they have certain things going on, like a certain channel that I follow, and they got a certain thing going on because this person's the rest of this person's crew is in another state, and they can't do anything. They always do everything together. So he's not doing things with them. He's not doing the normal videos that he would normally do. So he's hanging out with fellow YouTubers and doing some good stuff. And there's people saying that you suck, you abandon us. And I'm going, this guy is not the only channel out there. You guys don't have other channels to watch. That's what I always say. Go on to something else and then watch that. Watch a show, whole season. Follow someone else that does the same things that person does, and then before you know it, here comes that person, and here's the rest of his crew, and they're gonna start giving us some content, and you'll be like this. Well, I kind of like put them to the side, and I'm focusing on this. Okay, that's great. Now this guy's back. But I hate when people want to say that you suck. I'm gonna leave you because you abandoned us. It's like and I know it's coming from a content creator as me, but it's like we don't owe you nothing in a sense that we put out the content and you're the ones that watch our content. We don't make the content on your whim or on your schedule. It's our schedule. We have to film, we have to edit, we have to pick the subject first, and then whenever it's done and ready, it goes up. You know, it's like that's not how a channel works. We don't do it according to your schedule. You come and watch our channel, our videos when we upload a channel. So kind of go easy on these people that maybe they're going through something. Maybe there's something going on that they can't upload stuff. Because the people that upload stuff to YouTube, they're normal people too. They got their problems. They got their situations, family problems, family issues, marital problems. Maybe they're going through some surgeries or some health problems or something like that. They go through life, and sometimes people gotta be patient. Be patient, and then the content that you want will come to you. But don't focus on them, and then to me that's the problem with the issue with some of these people. They focus too much on that. They focus too much on people on their channel, and it's like when's the next video coming? When's the next video coming? The next day. When's the video coming? Instead of why don't you go to someone else and watch their content? Someone that's a consistent uploader at that moment, content creator at that moment. And before you know it, the other person that you usually following, you're not following, they'll have something come up. I have that issue with some people that I follow. on YouTube that I watch their content. Sometimes it takes a week, maybe it takes 3 days, 4 days for them to upload the next one. But I got other people that I watch, or I got other things to do in my life. I let that occupies me, and then what I do is then, oh shoot, and notifications. Oh, so and so uploaded a video. Okay, boom. That's how it is. I might sound like I'm babbling, and you're probably looking at me like I'm some kind of a nut. Like, what's he talking about? Why is he babbling? But it goes with the thing. All right, there's the last one. The third one is definitely made a splash when he showed up. The Mandalorian kind of helped out the Mandalorian, and this one is IG-11. There he is in all his glory. And if those of you who remember watching Empire Strikes Back, you see an IG-11 when Darth Vader is walking past all those bounty hunters, and then kind of turns, faces his to the right. There's Boba Fett, and then off to the side there's IG-11, or an IG-11, not this IG-11, but there's a similar looking robot droid, I should say, that of course the Mandalorian doesn't trust. But there you go. This is a guy that Mandalorian doesn't like. He don't like droids. Kind of got a hint that the droids are the ones that kind of killed off his people, his kind, his family, like that. So yeah, there's a reason why. Even who was the one that said that in the Mandalorian said that no wonder he has a trust issue with these droids. There they are. I don't know about you, but those guys, that's a pretty good group of Funkos to get. My favorite one is the favorite one when it comes to how it looks and everything is definitely Quill. Quill's a great. I just love it, man. Look at the detail. It looks just like him, Totally. Nick Nolte voiced it. Did a really great job. You know. It's funny because I hear Nick Nolte's voice in Quill, and I go, "Wow, I guess he had to make his voice sound like an older man, like an old man, whatever." And I forget that Nick Nolte is how old now? Maybe 70 now. So it's been a long time since I've seen him in anything. So he's in 48 Hours. He was in just all these great movies. Wasn't he in what was the name of that movie? Whatever. I kind of lost interest, but he's been in a lot of movies, and I used to watch him a lot when I was younger, and one of my favorite actors. And then he stopped doing a lot of films, but we see him every now and then he's voicing Quill, and he did a great job. And kind of sad to see Quill go, but that's the life of a character in Star Wars or in any kind of like thing. Some people are going to be, they're just there for that one arc, and then they're gone. Hopefully, we see this girl come back. IG-11, he ain't coming back. We'll see probably another robot like an IG-11, but we won't be seeing that specific one. Kind of made a sacrifice. He was a killer, programmed killer before, and then he ended up being a protector. He figured, he takes that walk on that lava. And right when he gets to where those stormtroopers are, self-destruct, and that was it. That's all she wrote. But anyway, that was my unboxing of the 3 Funkos, Mandalorian themed. Again, we got Quill, Cara Dune. Let me see. Quill, Cara Dune, IG-11. Like the detail. I really, really do. For those of you who stopped by and checked out my video, I appreciate it. And in closing, and as always, take care.